Hey YouTube, welcome back. Nice to have you with us. And today it's news day. In the news, Bitcoin price update, Chinese government and the 2022 Olympic Winter Games, and Evergrande and crypto price. All right, important news in finance, crypto, and stocks that affects our day-to-day interaction with finance. And being in the know is what makes the difference, because the entire world business is all about a numbers game. And you have to learn that game and play it better than everyone else. Welcome back. Thank you to our subscribers, to those that like, and hit that notification bell so you know when the new news comes out. And leave us a comment. We'd like to know what you think. Do you know where this news is happening, or what do you think about it? And today we have some doozies for you. So hey, it's Brad. Welcome back to Brad's Bread and Butter News Report, because you don't know what you don't know. All right, so it's not that bad that you talk with yourself out loud, but it's a problem if you talk with yourself and learn something new. Yeah, have you ever done that? All right. If your friends aren't discussing success about stocks, crypto, and business and giving you positive encouragement, you might be in the wrong circle, because there's some cool stuff going on, but also some huge stuff. All right, today we're going to start with Evergrande. Finally defaulted on the 8th of December, 2021 on their payment of $83 million in interest to their loans. Is Evergrande Part 2? Or a continuation of the repeat of 2008 and Lehman Brothers? Oh, wow. Seriously? Yes. Evergrande is the largest residential developer from China. Evergrande has over 367 billion US in assets. But catch this. They also have 338 billion US dollars in liabilities and debt. So basically, Evergrande has been running a Ponzi scheme. They borrow from one place to be able to serve an older debt. And Evergrande has borrowed from Chinese banks, international banks, from other investment companies, and also from regular Chinese citizens. And in August 2021, Comrade Xi, the boss of China, changed the laws, and he said, from now on, credit will be approved based on the system of red lines. What are the red lines? Well, there are three. Number one, liability to asset ratio must be less than 70%. Number two, the ratio of net debt to equity must be below 100%. Number three, the ratio of cash to short-term debt must be at least 100%. So if the developer fails to meet two, or well, even one, two, or three lines, regulators will then place limits on them to the extent which the respective developer can borrow. And because Evergrande basically fails in all three of the red lines, they can now no longer borrow anything. And because they can't borrow, they are in an incapacity of serving their old debt. So, in international lending contracts, there's a mention that says if you default in one payment to one lender, even if you have another 50 lenders where you pay on time, you are considered in default to all your creditors. And Evergrande has started to default on their payment. So now in China, debt is not treated the same like US and Canada. So for instance, in Canada, if you do not pay your debt, you will file for bankruptcy, meaning that the Bankruptcy Commission will assess all of your assets and liabilities, and let's say you borrow money from 10 places and you borrow 100 from each. When the Bankruptcy Commission sells your assets, they're able to recoup, let's say, $460. They then divide the $460 equally to each of your lenders, and everybody gets 46 cents on the dollar that they've invested. So in China, on the other hand, when a company goes insolvent, the Communist Party says who gets money and how much. So if you're not in good standing terms with the Communist Party, chances are you will get the smaller part, or you don't get anything at all. So for the Communist Party, the priority also falls with Chinese lenders. So if you're an international lender, you have a very tiny chance to see any money back at all. So we don't exactly know who all the international lenders are to Evergrande, but here are some of them. Ashmore Group, $433 million. BlackRock, $397 million. UBS Group, $275 million. HSBC Holdings, $207 million. Royal Bank of Canada, $118 million. Oh, you mean the Royal Bank of Canada has skin in the game? Yes, they do. And by the way, if you want to know how serious that is, all of these people probably have part of your pension plan. So imagine if your pension plan now, a Royal Bank who owns Evergrande, they just lost 118 million. Your pension plan could be down too. All right. So this is now intervenes something that is called the contagious effect. Meaning if all these lenders don't receive their money back, it will affect their stock price, and also they will not be able to pay their obligation, and other industries will be affected as well. Wow, are the dominoes falling? Remember I said at the beginning, possible 2008 Lehman Brothers? Keep an eye on this, could be huge. Pay attention to the news. All right, Bitcoin enters its last 10% of mining. Bitcoin is designed to have a limited quantity or an amount of only 21 million Bitcoin can be produced or mined. 90% of this 21 million is already mined. Sunday, somebody mined Bitcoin number 18,899,000. So that means there's only left 10% to be mined to reach that 21 million Bitcoin. Because of this scarcity, sooner or later, Bitcoin will reach 100,000 US dollars. Now that 100,000 US dollars has been a psychological milestone, because as I previously mentioned, Bitcoin quantity is limited to 21 million coins, which is not enough Bitcoin for each millionaire on earth to have one. So regular people will find it extremely hard to have one Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is equal to 100 million Satoshis. And if Bitcoin reaches 100,000 US dollars, each Satoshi will now be 0.001 cents. And now everybody will be able to afford a Satoshi. It's a lot easier for people to say, yes, I have 100,000 Satoshi, which is really only equal to $100, which is the same as Shiba Inu. Okay. All right. So my new Bitcoin price is 238,855. And you say, how did you arrive at that? I'll tell you how. I arrived at this price target by Googling the distance between the Earth and the Moon and converting miles to dollars, and that's my new price. That's a joke, okay? Don't run around and say, hey, Brad just predicted the price of Bitcoin. It's a joke in the middle of all this gloomy news. All right, China warns countries boycotting the Winter Games. And this says they will pay the price for their mistaken acts. Ooh, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has declared, we are concerned about the human rights violation by the Chinese government. As a consequence, Canada will not be sending any diplomatic representation to the Beijing Olympic Winter Games. By this declaration, Canada has joined USA, Britain, Australia, and Lithuania in boycotting the 2022 Paralympic Winter Games. France and Germany, they say they're working and deliberating now on their position for the European countries that will take on the 2022 Winter Games situation, and they will communicate their position in the very near future. So just to be clear, The diplomats won't go, but the athletes will, okay? But that's huge because now China is saying, naughty, naughty, we'll come after you somehow. Okay. All right. Well, just a reminder, I am not a financial advisor. I don't have a license. This is only for entertainment purposes, and we thank you for joining with us. But do your own research and make sure you stay in the know. And as always, YouTube, keep it in the green. Have a good day.